And start now? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Tai Chi Mike, and we're going to educate some people a little bit on Tai Chi and Qigong for the Sage Apartments. So I'm assuming I'm talking to a few seniors like myself, and even if I'm not, the Tai Chi is also for you. So let's start with some of the basics of what is Tai Chi and what is Qigong, okay? So Tai Chi is obviously from China, and it's a complete healthcare system at this point. And it kind of started real quick, you know, with a guy named Chan San Fan, and he saw a crane and a snake do a little battle, and the elusiveness and the quickness of both animals kind of got his attention. And he was a very well-known martial artist that incorporated some of these techniques into the world of Tai Chi. And then now, though, it's kind of like a martial art against stress and falls. So for seniors especially, right, we really need to prevent falls, which cause so many problems, as we're all aware of. But chronic stress, which a lot of people are going through right now, especially with the pandemic, also has a negative effect on the immune system and then causes other related problems. Now, there's a word Qigong, which a lot of people are not familiar with, Qigong. And Qi is our life force, our energy. So when we say energy, it's spelled Qi, not Chi. That has a different meaning. Pronounced the same. So, and it's a Scrabble word, so keep that in mind. That'll help if anyone's playing some Scrabble. So let's start with some Qigong, okay? The Qigong is normally an exercise that can be still, or sitting, standing, laying down, that incorporates the mind and our energy and the spirit, and that is keeps you in the moment with the exercise. So we're going to do a simple one called shaking the emperor's carpet. And in almost all cases, we want to connect a movement to a breath. So we don't want to be going up and then breathe in, or going down and then breathe out. We would want to breathe in on the way up, breathe out on the way down, right? Nice and soft. So I'm going to adjust my iPad here a little bit so you can see better. And I'll stand back. Now, if you're anything new, you always take it easy. You're just, this is kind of gentle. We get our strength from accumulating strength over time, excellence over time. We want to do a little bit every day and not overdo on any given day. So shaking the emperor carpet is just stand for a moment, because obviously the emperor doesn't shape its own carpets, right? Now when you stand, this is something I like you to do every day for a minute. Take a breath. Soften your knees. Okay, give yourself a little smile. Bring your chin slightly in, your head is flat, like you have a little book. And make believe you're growing like a corner of each. Okay? Arms don't touch the body. Soft knees, and make believe you're sitting on a little bar stool. Okay, good. Now we're going to raise our hands up and down like so. I'll show you from the side in a moment. When you raise your hands up and down, have your breath, in breath, and out breath. In breath, and out breath. Good. And if you notice, I'm not doing this. That would be using too much muscle. We like to get the job done with the least amount of effort. Like, make believe you were just painting a paintbrush, took one little paintbrush, you would use your wrist, right? Your wrist would go up and down. And that's what would direct you, not your shoulder and all that muscle up there, okay? So now, when the hands go up, we're going to sink down into the legs. Now, not enough to hurt the knees, right? And then we're going to come up. So from the side, when I breathe in, I sink down. I feel some tension into the feet, weight into the feet, tension in the thigh. But I don't want to feel the kneecaps. I want to learn how to send all the way through the knees. The knees are the place that should be the transference, right? We're not supposed to collect our weight there. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you can do one of these with your eyes closed, don't do that if you feel you're going to get lightheaded or dizzy. And very good. And take a breath and rub your hands and rub your legs. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. This is called wind, water, walking. I'm sorry. This is called walking the Silk Road. I got my exercise mixed up. So the same thing with the hands, but we're going to sink the weight into one of your legs. So that'll be my left leg, your right leg. And then come back to center. We're going to breathe in, sink into the leg, back to center. So nice and easy, coordinating the sinking. So you can see if you did like 36 of these on each side, it'll be a nice little leg warm up, right? This helps the circulation of the legs. Circulation, very important for our health. It's a nice system connected to our immune system in a way. So breathe now. So you feel one leg get heavy. And everything looks easy, but nothing's easy until you know how to do it. One more time on each leg. Now, when you sink all your weight into like your left leg and push up with just that leg, and you come back to center. And very nice. Rub the hands, warm them up, rub the back a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with the hands. And by the way, all of these movements with the hands are also for self-defense applications. We're going to put your toe out for a moment and bring it back. Now hold on to something if you have a balance issue. You're going to put your toe out, bring it back. Now make believe you're putting your toe out and you're up in Maine in water and you're in ice cold water and you want to kind of check it out before you go swimming, right? So put it out, oh, too cold, bring it back. So when you bring it out, don't have your weight go there, okay? Just put your toe out and back. This is, okay? And as you can see, these are the type of things that you have to think about, and otherwise you might tend to lose your balance, so it takes your mind off your troubles. Okay, take a breath. All right, so now when the hands go up, put out the toe. When the hands come down, bring it back. Hands go up, put the toe out, and back. And this is called wind, water, walking. And we'll just do one more on each side, just enough so in case you want to try it. This will help you balance a little bit also. Okay, and then the feet together, and always finish with a smile. Rub the hands, warm them up, rub the back. Okay, so basically, the difference of our exercises and most exercises is that at all times, every movement has a breath connection to it, right? Whether it be like if you're pushing out, it'll normally exhale, right? If you're lifting up, you'll normally breathe in. If you're going down, you'll normally breathe out. And this is where it affects your nervous system in a nice, gentle way. And it keeps your mind occupied. What we have in the mind is called monkey chatter and a lot of wild horses, and we learn to have to tame them, okay? And some people can tame them by just being still. We do that also. But a lot of us, like myself, like to do it by movement. So they call Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation in motion. And what's happening now is where I work at the hospital, they call it sometimes medication in motion, which is kind of nice to hear. So from Qigong now, you got to remember there's hundreds of Qigong exercises. And some are very mild, simple like that. Some are very complex and long. Some are fast, some are slow, some are pretty physical. So you need to check what you're getting into before you take a class, okay? So how about we do a little Tai Chi? And we're going to do some movements, some Tai Chi movements. One of the forms that I teach is a thing called Embrace the Moon, based off the Yan style. It's a nice, easy, nothing, well, not that easy, but it's a nice, simple form, great for beginners to learn in a relatively short period of time, okay? So let's do, when Tai Chi first started, okay, it was only 8 upper body movements. It was the original 13, 8 upper body, 5 directions. So we're gonna do 4 of the original 8 movements, and these 4 also are concepts, so energy concepts. And this helps you on your self-defense type of application also. The other nice thing about these movements is that we work with the 5 element system, the traditional Chinese health. So each movement is either a water movement, a metal movement, and so forth. So you get the double whammy on that, okay? And wherever the mind goes, the chi goes, and the blood goes, so that helps our internal organs, and it's one of the ways we stay healthy. So we're gonna start out, I'm gonna face you, and we're gonna do these movements, and then I'm gonna turn around and do them, and that might help a little bit with the direction. So I'm gonna step out with my left foot, and you can step out with your left or your right, because we're gonna do both of them. And make believe you're pushing a little bit. And just go back and forth. So from the side, just kind of go back and forth. Now don't go back and forth yet with the arms and the upper body, okay? Go back and forth with the waist and the legs. And keep your feet flat if you can. So my front foot is at 12 o'clock, and my other foot is either at 10 or 2 if I was looking at a clock, right? So from the push, I'm gonna grasp this bird's tail. And we're gonna call it a pheasant's tail because obviously we've got a little length there, right? And I'm gonna put this bird down. So I'm gonna shift my weight to the back leg, turn, put it down. I'm gonna pick up the energy ball and gently press my hands together right at 12 o'clock. And then I'm gonna wipe off the table. I'm gonna withdraw, and then I'm going to push, exhale. So one more time from the front. I'm gonna do my one corner, and shift first, put the bird down and relax the arms. I pick up this imaginary energy ball. I gently press it together at 12. I wipe off the table. And I push my problems, and right now it's the pandemic, it's the virus, so I'm gonna push them out the window. Nice. Now from the side, we have the bird over to my left side in this case. Put it down like so. Hold the ball. Press, weights forward. Wipe off the table. Come back, weights back. Push. Down and up. Very nice. Okay, let's do the other leg. So now do the opposite leg or the same leg. I'm putting out my right leg. Do the push. Press the bird. Roll back. Press. And push. One more time. Over to the right. Over to the weights on the back leg. Weights on the front leg. Weights on the back leg. And I push down and up. Go to this side. So here I'm on my right leg is out. I turn to the right. If I look at 12, this will be 2 o'clock. Back. Press. Back. And push. Now breathe in and breathe out when you put it down. Breathe in. Out, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. This is called grasping the bird's tail. This is called roll back. This is called the press. And this is called the push. Okay. Let's do one more on each side with my back to you. You won't be able to see the hands as well, but you'll see the angles now. Rest the bird. Roll back. Press. Wipe off the table. And push. Let's switch feet. Rest the bird. Roll back. And press. And push. And bring the feet together. And what do? We give ourselves a smile. Now, smile, really smile. Do it one more time. Like for the ladies, smile like, you finally were able to get a hair appointment after 3 months. I know a lot of people are happy about that. All right, rub your hands, rub your back. So you can see that these are movements that flow from one to the other, and Tai Chi has a lot of memorization over time. You're going to be a beginner for 3 years, so there's no rush. Got plenty of time. And sometimes the Qigong exercises are simpler than the Tai Chi, and there are times when they are kind of quite complex. So now let's stick with some of our health benefits. As you can see, everything we do increases your coordination. And all these movements, right? And they're soft, they're good for the wrists and the elbows and the shoulders. And it's in this form, Embrace the Moon form, only takes about 5 minutes to do, so it's a great warm-up in the morning. And we want everyone to develop a 2 to 5 minute routine in the morning. Sit on the edge of the bed, rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles the same way. Give yourself a chance to wake up. Okay? A lot of accidents happen and falls happen in the morning. And I tell people, we're not a brand new car anymore. So we're a vintage Jaguar. Needs to be primed. Remember the primers? Some of you guys might remember the cranks. I was going before my time. So, but we needed to do something before we got started. That's true with our body also. So give it a little time to wake up, and you'll be much safer. Now, and we're going to do a little balance exercise called the clock. Actually, I designed this myself a long time ago. And you're going to hold on if you have any balance issues, just to know, you can hold on to a chair or something really sturdy. So you're going to visualize that you are standing on a clock, okay? And you're looking at 12 o'clock. And I'm going to turn around, okay, to make it easier. I'm going to take my right toe, with my weight to the left, and step on 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to step to 1. I'm going to step to 2. I'm going to step to 3. Not going any further yet than that, okay? I'm not going to go to 4, 5, or 6. 2, 1, 12. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 12. Now, take a breath, because some of you held your breath while you did that, okay? Now, so when we did that, if your weight went there, that means you're starting to have, you're not having the ability of keeping all the weight on the back leg, okay? So your body's moving. And that's the first sign of starting to have a little trouble, either in strength, because don't forget, you have to have stronger legs to help you balance. You want to have flexible ankles to help you balance. And so the beauty of the clock, it tells you what time you're starting to have trouble. So let's go the other way for a second. Let's use the left foot. So let's say I'm having a little trouble over at 9 o'clock, keeping my balance. The legs becoming heavy instead of light. Let's go again. Then there's no sense in me trying to go to 8 o'clock, right? If I'm having trouble at 9, why try 8 right now? Or 7? See, and I'm falling over at 6, right? Okay. So, what you'll do is you'll do these until they're simple, and then you'll add another hour. So it tells, and then you'll see your progression. Okay, one more time. Now, you don't have to be exact. You can be within 10 minutes, but no half hours. Okay? Okay, now let's do the other leg for a moment. Once you finish where you can tap with no problem, then you'll just pick it up and slowly go back and forth, nice and softly, about a half an inch above the ground, right? Okay. And then you'll work on that. And the key here is just to do a minute or two every day. And then you'll do, now no sense, if you're having trouble tapping, no sense doing this, although you can tap here and you can tap there and you can hold it up. Or you can just kind of go back and forth. And then over time, you'll bring your foot all the way in the back, all the way in the back, and you won't have any trouble with that, but you'll do it slowly, not rushing. Now keep in mind for us, okay, we know that falls is as dangerous as anything else, cancer, heart attacks. And the sad part about the falls is probably 80% of them are avoidable. And we don't normally fall because of bad balance. What we normally do is we're rushing, our mind is somewhere else, we're preoccupied. It's kind of like in driving. And like around the holidays, I know a lot of people carry too many packages. A lot of these shorter people, the little ladies, they can't see their feet. They actually trip over their own insteps. And I teach about 200 people a week, where I was. Okay, and unfortunately, we have those falls, and then the students normally come back and tell everyone that, yeah, their mind was somewhere else. They were walking one way and looking the other. We always want to have our nose and belly button lined up so that we're not, an accident waiting to happen. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you do have any kind of balance issue. And we teach a lot of people with MS and Parkinson's and so forth. Slow down. When you get up, take a breath, and then move. Don't get up and move at the same time. Make sure you're holding on to the banisters. Make sure you're not having your hands occupied when you're going up and down banisters. I have pretty good balance, especially for my age group, but I've been holding on to banisters now for 10 years, okay? And so far, good, haven't fallen yet, okay? Want to keep it that way. So those are very important aspects of what we do over time. The Tai Chi movements, okay, what they do is they slow you down. And then they make you more aware of your body, okay, which we're going to do right now by standing a moment, okay? And I'm going to show you how we strengthen ourselves a little bit also, okay? Strength is important. Not hurting yourself as you get stronger is also very important, okay? So we do standing postures. So have your feet shoulder width apart and just stand for a moment. Take a breath, okay? Chin is slightly in. Eyes are straight ahead, and don't forget we got that concept of growing a little bit. I'm 6'2" now. Actually, I lost an inch over the last 10 years. But I started out, I was 5'8", so this lifting up is important. And let the hands relax for a moment. Bring your mind to your feet. Try to feel the energy and the weight go down to the feet. Where your mind goes, the chi goes, and the blood goes. So very important for circulation. If you have neuropathy, these exercises are fantastic for that, okay? And now we're going to hug a tree, right? Okay. We just hug a tree. So we're going to hug it up pretty high to start with. We're going to just hold it for 1 minute. And your job when we hold it for 1 minute, don't start yet, is to observe your body. It will tell you where you might have some tension, where your muscles might need to get a little stronger, or your circulation needs to get a little better, okay? So I'm going to lift up my hands. Middle finger is going to be eyeball height. So I'm looking through. I'm going to take the backs of my hands and bring them out to 10 and 2. Now, see how they're at an angle out here? They're not all the way to 9 and 3, right? That would hurt the shoulders. Okay. I'm going to make sure my elbows are a little bit below my shoulders. I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to sit a little bit, like a horse stance. And now if this hurts your knee, you don't go down that low. So no tension on the knee, but no discomfort. Maybe your thighs are a little tight. Come a little closer. And we're going to hold that for 1 minute, and you're going to breathe. If you've taken yoga, if you're a musician, a singer, you know how to do belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. If you don't know how to do diaphragmatic breathing, it's time to learn. It's very important for our lung capacity. So you'll do belly breathing if you can. Otherwise, just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose or out through your mouth. Now, internal for the Qigong people out there, obviously you put your tongue behind your upper palate. Let it rest there gently. Now, don't be surprised that even in a minute, and we have about 15 seconds to go, you will feel something. And then your job over time is to keep doing this every day until there's no discomfort, okay? Now, we're not going to totally stop, okay? But we're going to bring it down chest height. And for some of us, that will take away a lot of the tension that might have been in the shoulders, if any. And we're holding on to a big balloon here, a chi ball, so it doesn't weigh anything. Close your eyes if you can, so you can feel how your body feels. You can feel how the breathing is soft and gentle. And actually what we'll do, once the minute is up, we're going to bring our hands to the lower belly and practice 1 minute of belly breathing, just to get you started if you don't already know how to do that. This is standing, this is Jamjang. Standing meditation is ancient, prerequisite for all your Kung Fu and martial arts. And now, slowly come up and slowly let the hands down. And bring your mind to your fingers, okay? Don't touch them with your hands, just bring them to your fingers. Close your eyes a moment, see how you feel. Hopefully there's some awareness of how things feel. Now, if you can feel the fingertips with your mind, you've increased your circulation to your hands. And take a look at your hands, and you might see that they're nice and red, and maybe they have looks like sliced salami, okay? So you have nice energy there. Okay, rub them. Rub the back. I'm gonna put on some music. I'm gonna do another minute of belly breathing. So we're going to start out with a smile. When the minute's up, we're going to do another smile to get ready to take on the day, okay? So nice, easy smile. Don't reach up too high. Keep it soft. And the ladies are going to bring the right hand down first. The men are going to bring the left. And 2 inches below the belly button. Relax the shoulders. Excuse me. Drop the elbows. See if the hands are warm. They might be warm, filling up the chi belt. Now, if you don't want to stand with your feet close together, you can. Okay, you're going to be standing still and not stiff. If you can, you're going to close your eyes. If that makes you lightheaded, dizzy, you're going to open them immediately. As you exhale, push the belly in. So now when you inhale, it expands. As you exhale, push it in. We want all the movement into the belly, out of the chest. As you breathe in, it expands. As you exhale, it comes in. This is not relaxing in the beginning, and the way to practice is laying down at nighttime. Just practice for a minute or 2 every day. In about 100 days, this will become so easy to do. Now just relax as best you can. I'll let you know when the minute is up. In breath like a balloon expanding. Now don't strain. Don't make it a long breath. Don't make it forceful, soft. While you're standing, it's okay if you move a little bit. Maybe the body wants to go back and forth or side to side. Let that happen. Nice. Okay, now warm the hands up. The fingers. Take one hand, put it on a shoulder, and I believe the arms are wet, and you're wiping down the arm 3 times. Getting rid of stagnant chi. Go up again. Arms. And just kind of hit the legs a little bit. Just to loosen up a little bit. Sometimes by just standing a couple of minutes, you get a lot of awareness of the bottom of your feet. If your feet are uncomfortable, it's actually a good thing because you got a lot of blood down there. Okay? So that's good. And we started with a smile. Very important to smile, very important. The yin yang is our symbol. A lot of balance and harmony and opposites and importance. So if you're watching negativity on the news, offset it with something positive, okay? So we're going to get ready to take on the day with another smile. You're going to be careful out there. Left hand over right, left toe in front. Nice little edgy bow. And thank you very much.